What can someone put on their car that makes you know immediately that they're a douchebag? Dodge the dad. Ram the daughter. On a Dodge Ram. Good stuff. Similarly, I'd rather be Cummins than Strockin on a Dodge Ram with Cummins turbo diesel. Clever and hysterical. Saw a similar one that said less Strockin, more Cummins. Monster Energy drink decals or truck nuts. How did I have to scroll this far to find truck nuts? Advertising for their MLM. It's always consultant. I love how MLMs have co-opted business languages. To me, a consultant is a highly knowledgeable person in a specific field who's paid for their expertise, or at least, that's how it should be. Nobody needs a consultant for shitty candles or essential oils of dubious quality. I mean, the way MLMs sell themselves is we help you start your own business. So these people really think they're business owners, offering some kind of service. It's really sad. My friend's sister is in her MLM. She posted once about the haters stopping her business growing. These haters were the people on Facebook that told her where to go when she tried to convince them to leave stable jobs for her crazy caffeine juice. Isn't coffee caffeine juice? A big tap out sticker. Their shirt says UFC, but their body says KFC. Shirt says tap out. Body says taquirt. A guy at my work has a pea-shaped piece of metal bolted to the front grille on his Civic. Please post to r/shitty_car_mods. Thanks. I found my new subreddit to waste more of my time on. Where is your supervisor? Looks at Cheryl from Archer. Locally hated. Yeah. Only because he hasn't gone anywhere else yet. And nobody knows them anyways. That idiot with the black Dodge. Those peon decals. It's a horrible misrepresentation of Calvin also. The weirdest Calvin decal I saw had him praying in front of a large cross. I'm pretty sure Calvin isn't a Calvinist. Calvin was named after John Calvin. I'm serious. This was actually the source of his name. Yes. Though arguably Calvin is a Hobbesian and Hobbes is a Calvinist. A fake M badge on their BMW or AMG badge on their Mercedes. I've seen people with fake Hellcat badges. Never understood the point, because anyone who knows what it means can tell it's fake and anyone who doesn't know what it means isn't going to care. Okay. Self-burn time. When I was in high school, I had a relatively clean little S10 pickup. I took the S10 badges off and went to the junkyard and got a couple more. Then I cut the -10 off and glued them together to make homemade Chevy SS badges on a truck with the bone stock 2.8 LV6. No. It was not fast. I just thought it was cool to rock super sport badges. I'm proud to say, I'm no longer a complete idiot. There are parts missing now. Monsters like you are why I get questioned if my 97 is really an SS. At least you didn't pull that stunt on the 2.2. That'd be beyond forgiveness. Those angel and devil female silhouettes stickers, usually seen on the back of a truck with accents down the side. To me it's always seemed like the middle-aged overweight guy driving the truck telling the world sometimes he's a good girl, but other times he's a bad girl. Those other dudes driving their girl's truck because they can't fill up their own vehicle yet. The shocker hand gesture sticker. I saw a guy that had this sticker on a beat up SUV the other day also had "vegetarian" on the back of this piece of S car. Jesus vomiting Christ. How foul. I knew a guy who hung a thong from his rearview mirror. It was especially funny when he ran the heater rack as the bottom part of the thing would begin flapping back and forth. A thong means something different in Australia. And I still wouldn't understand why you would do that. When I was probably 12, I was in the car with my mom and my grandparents. My grandma was showing me her new heels she got, and we were discussing different cute shoes we liked. My grandpa turns to me and asked, "Do you wear thongs?" And I could feel the color drain from my face. I didn't even know what to say. I was so caught off guard and just horrified. My mom was driving and whipped her head around in disbelief about what her very uptight Christian father had just asked his teenage granddaughter. And I kinda just stammered out I mean no, and he goes on to say, "I don't think they look comfortable. But I know a lot of kids your age are wearing them." I wondered if they actually were comfortable, but they sure don't look it. And I'm absolutely mortified. My mom is silently freaking out in the driver's seat. And my grandma is laughing so hard she can't even breathe. She finally gains her composure enough to turn to me and say, honey, he's talking about flip-flops. So then grandpa is confused. And he's like, I thought they were called thongs? And she is caught in a fit of giggles again, before explaining to him that thongs mean something completely different these days. And she won't explain what it means here. She'll explain it to him later. He apparently was equally horrified when he learned what I thought he was asking me. This is excellent. Are you telling us that the meaning changed over time wherever you are? Once upon a time thongs were universally footwear. And one fine day someone ripped their egg grundies up there, but and the definition changed. I'm in America, I think, especially when my grandparents were young. Thongs was specific to footwear, and then the underwear came into play. But they're so uptight and religious. I don't think grandpa really caught the memo, but my grandma has always been into fashion, so she knew the term. But it wasn't something they would have discussed, and certainly not something she'd ever wear, as those are probably the devil's underwear, so grandpa was still unaware that the term could apply to a different article of clothing, especially underwear. I do still occasionally hear the footwear called thong sandals. Context matters, and if I were older, I would have just easily figured out we are talking about shoes. He's asking about thongs. Clearly he means the sandals, but I hadn't heard them called that before. When I was young, all I knew was older girls had just started wearing them with their low-cut pants, so the whale tail was on full display. This was in the early 90s. Chiral in a squat. Just why? I didn't know what this was and googled it. Man, this is slaughter. It involves lifting a truck's front end and dropping its rear, ostensibly to make it look like a race truck, but only resulting in a vehicle that scoots along like a dog scratching its butt. I'm not usually someone to S on others' car culture, but the only thing that is worse are the people who run super cambered suspension with stretched tires. I can't imagine how quickly you go through tires, and it looks stupid as fuck. I'm not usually someone to S on others' car culture. I make exceptions for cambered out cars and Carolina squats. That S is stupid. Period. Or trucks that are lifted 10 plus inches with really wide wheels and rubber band tires. You know, high enough that not a single part of the wheel is inside the wheel well. Those big stickers on their windshield that has their Instagram/name in cursive. Lol, I saw one of those. But it was a dog's Instagram and the dog was in passenger side waving out the window while wearing sunglasses and some gold chains. Okay, this I can get behind. Just slow down a bit and merge into their lane. No. Speed up, cut them off, and flip them the bird. You'll be on their Insta and r/idiots in cast. That's how all this online S works, right? A Calvin pissing on rival brand's logo sticker. I once saw a Ford with Calvin pissing on a Chevy sticker pull up next to a Chevy with a Calvin pissing on a Ford sticker at a stoplight. I was hoping to see some drama but nothing happened. Wow. An actual pissing contest between truck guys. Well, no. I don't think they saw each other's stickers. I read this as I don't think the stickers saw each other. Anything Monster or Punisher. I used to love the Punisher. After that movie in 2004 I got a Punisher shirt, but didn't wear it too much. Now I really can't wear it. I'm a total comic nerd, and I used to love my Punisher shirt. And now I just can't wear it without looking like an asshole instead of just a nerd. The Monster Energy logo, where are they even getting all of them? I see it so often on every douche car, usually trucks bigger than they need. The answer is that Monster gives them away like crazy for promotional purposes. Anywhere they have a booth, or at parties they sponsor. And then someone is like, well, I have this sticker. Could look kind of cool on my car. No one is buying Monster stickers. They're all free. A friend of mine actually had a part-time gig in college, where they literally just gave him a literal fucking pallet of Monster and an obscene amount of swag with the arrangement that he would host or crash college parties as the Monster guy, and just give all of it away as part of a marketing strategy. There is an extremely douchey picture of me in my early 20s at one of those parties, wearing a Monster hat I got from him. It worked. Yup. They made it rain Monster and merch at all kinds of events. It's the first one is free type of thing. Once they get a taste for it, they buy it practically in bulk. Even when I drank Monsters I never got the taste for it. That S always tasted and felt like pouring nuclear waste down my gullet every single time. Drinking Monster for me was an act of desperate need to stay awake and nothing more mayo. The disgust keeps me awake. Sip you ugh sip back. My friend's neighbor drives a car with big photos of Alex Jones on it. Like an advertisement car app. His lawn has like 10 info signs on it. Is your friend's neighbor just Alex Jones? No, he's just some random red shirtless guy that runs around sometimes. And loves to drink beer and do dumb daring tricks. Alex Jones confirmed.